Big Cottonwood Canyon, popular spot. There's no having this canyon to yourself, not on a beautiful day like this. No way. I don't have a problem with that though. I don't mind sharing the road. So far I've seen a dozen or more folks on bikes, dudes and chicks, enjoying the twisties, enjoying the breeze, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the temperature. What is the temp today? It's in the low to mid 90s. This is early August, Utah. Again, Big Cottonwood Canyon, Salt Lake City area. Now, I don't expect to be hitting this road aggressively. Number one, because I'm not a real aggressive driver. And number two, when it comes to new areas, new places, things that I'm just seeing for the first time, I tend to go slow, take it kind of easy, try to make this a sightseeing trip and enjoy myself, and not get real aggressive with the ride or the road. Be courteous to other drivers, help them be courteous to me, help myself be seen. I'm on a motorcycle, man. 2 wheels, even wearing red and black and silver, some fairly attention-grabbing colors. There's still a good chance that people will not see you and they'll do something stupid. But I'm really looking forward to this ride. The goal is to go up and over Guardsman's Pass. Now, believe it or not, I've lived in Utah most of my life at this point. I've never been over Guardsman's Pass. Guardsman's Pass? I don't know. Should have done this many, many times in the past. So my wife knows this canyon really well, actually. She comes up here, I don't know, once or twice a year to do races. So they've got a big half marathon that comes down Cottonwood Canyon, Big Cottonwood. She does it every year. Big runner, my wife. Enjoys her races and getting her medals and, putting herself up to a new challenge. We're getting a little bit of cooler weather now. You can feel that temp dropping just a little bit. That was maybe a 5-degree jump or drop just then. Feels real nice. Don't know what we're going to get up to at the pass. I'll let you know what it feels like when we get up there. Take some pictures and make a stop. So I guess one of the big reasons I'm not too familiar with Big Cottonwood Canyon, number one, because it's a whole county over from where I live, and I just don't have any work-related reasons to come up here. So I don't spend a lot of time in Salt Lake Valley, and therefore I guess I don't spend a lot of time in Big Cottonwood Canyon. But that's one of the reasons. Another reason is this is a big skiing hot spot in the wintertime, and I am not a skier. Now, I was not a shooter until, 10, 12 years ago? Honestly, I wasn't, I didn't own any guns, I didn't shoot any guns regularly, and that just wasn't my lifestyle. So things change. I could become a skier, I suppose, someday, but I don't know, man. I'm going to be 50 before I know it. For some reason, I don't think I'm going to start skiing. But Shane, you decided to take up motorcycling kind of late in life, didn't you? Yeah, that's true. It just seems to me like skiing is much more of a physical sport, whereas riding, I mean, you can hop on a bike have some basic riding skills, and go anywhere. I understand there's a cute little restaurant up here. Is this it? Oh, there's a cabin community up here. This looks nice. That's cool of him, cleaning off the dirt. Silver Fork Lodge, I think that's it. Yeah, that's the one. I've heard about this place. Lodge and restaurant, looks good. I've heard good things about it too. I skied 2 times, and both times I think it was at Sundance. Growing up, my family did not have a lot of money. We live in Utah County. There's 8 kids. My dad struggled with work for a number of years. We didn't have a ton of money, so those years when we might have done fun stuff like skiing, shooting, outdoors stuff, we didn't have the time, we didn't have the money. You know, we were busy trying to make ends meet, and all that fun stuff, all that extracurricular stuff, you know, that's important, I think, for families and kids to enjoy. But is that where I need to go? I don't remember. I'll know in a second. All that stuff, we just didn't have the money for it. Didn't have the time to do it. It's unfortunate, but you know what? I have no regrets. I think that was the way I needed to go. I was relying on Google Maps on my phone, but reception's no problem, but battery power is a problem. This little power converter, whatever, that I have on my bike just is not sending enough juice for 2 devices. I've got the Insta360 recording the trip, and then I've also, you know, got the iPhone, obviously, and trying to keep both things going just isn't working. So I had to switch off Google Maps, and I'm just kind of winging it at this point, but I've looked over the maps of this area, so I'm not worried. I don't think I'm going to get lost. Plus, there's a zillion people out here today. I can just ask somebody. Man, that's a view. Check that out. What? That is awesome. This is the pass, I believe. Yeah, this would be the pass. Not really anywhere to park at the actual pass. And the Bloods Lake camping, or Bloods Lake hiking trail parking lot is under construction or something, so there's no parking there either, which I was kind of counting on, but we'll make do. Oh, this is a nice descent. It's too bad about all the construction of the pass. I really wanted to stop there and get some good shots. I probably could have stopped at that shoulder, but I felt bad doing it because it was so congested, and there was all those cars and all those cones. I felt like it was probably slightly unsafe, and also people wouldn't appreciate it. I was expecting all of this to be unpaved, but here we are. It looks like it's freshly paved, like in the past month. Still don't have lines painted, so I'm gonna go with, yeah, it's freshly paved. That's kind of cool. So they're working on improving the whole pass. Oh, do we lose our pavement here? No, this is the transition to Heber Valley. That's what this is. Park City that way, Heber Valley this way. Oh, gosh, what a lovely breeze. Camping and cabin property, it looks like. Engine's running nice and cool, got tons of oil. If there's one thing I hate about my KLR, it's the fact that it eats oil. It gobbles it up. It's like almost every tank of gas, I've got to put maybe half a quart of oil in it too. I really have to be extremely vigilant about oil. Because there are many, many times I'll write it, put it away, write it, put it away, write it, put it away, and then I'll be like, why does it sound so rough? And then I'll check the oil and be like, oh, yeah, oil. Low oil, really low oil. It's been burning it for miles and miles. I hate that. There we go. Shout out to Wasatch Mountain State Park for letting me pee in the bathroom and not pay. Every once in a while I can see through the trees and get a view of Heber Valley. Gorgeous place. And today we're going to take the fun way back home. The fun way back into Utah County. We are not going through Provo Canyon. That's the noisy, congested, fast way. But it is not as fun as going the Cascade Springs route, and that's what we're doing. If all goes well, the plan is to drop down into Midway, then scoop right back up into the mountains via Cascade Springs, Alpine Loop, come out through AF Canyon, and back home. That's the plan. Oh, I got my indicator on that whole daggone time. Sorry, guys. Sorry, person behind me who thought I was about to turn right into the bushes. I'm going to say I like the fact that this is paved. Yeah, I absolutely like the fact that this is paved. One less thing to worry about, I suppose. Could take the family up here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Whoa! Look at that view. It's awesome. This would have been a fun ride for the family. The kids are sometimes sticks in the mud in regards to long awesome drives. I don't know why. It's not fun for them. They don't care about looking out and seeing everything. The views, stops. They're worse than sticks in the mud. Stick in the mud would be welcome. No, they're actually like, at least my two boys, they're kind of like antagonistic about the whole thing. Like they hate it. Can we just hurry up and get home? So Shane, you drive a dual sport, but here you are on paved roads. Do you wish you were on rocky, rough roads? Do you like those kinds of roads versus flat, smooth, easy to brake on, easy to turn on roads like this? What's your preference, Shane? Okay, so the dual sport, obviously, dual sport, two sport, being on-road and off-road. I bought it for that very reason, so that I could have the capability of driving on roads for commuting, fun, rides, just enjoying myself, and also for hopping off-road and enjoying some of that from time to time. But which of the two sports do I like better? So I haven't done enough off-road to really, be any sort of authority on it at all. I have not. I like it. I did a ride up to Echo Lake in the Hyawinas last summer. That was kind of my one long ride. Hopefully I'll have at least one more of those this summer. And this isn't the long ride of the summer. But anyway. And I enjoyed that, but at the same time it was quite challenging and quite taxing, very, very physically demanding, and difficult. On a big heavy bike like the KLR650 that does not have a lot of horsepower for the weight. I mean, if I was on some kind of a KTM or a BMW or I don't know what else, any number of other bikes that are, tons of horsepower for the pound, I might have enjoyed that ride more. But the KLR, big and heavy, and just, I don't know, not crazy amount of horsepower. But I mean, it goes over things. It goes wherever you need it to. It did for me anyhow. I didn't have any issues with it. I just kind of wished I'd either had a lighter bike or maybe a faster, tougher bike that would go faster. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So, considering that, I liked that ride a lot. I enjoyed the challenge of it, but it's definitely a challenge. So all the rocks, and maybe this is particularly unique to the Echo Lake ride, which is a very bumpy ride. I mean, dudes, it's just rocks, ruts. It's a very, very bumpy ride. And so for that reason, it's exhausting to the rider. And I was bopping and weaving around trucks and stuff, so I had a much easier time dealing with all of that. But at the same time, man, I mean, it's wonderful to know that I as a rider can make it over all that stuff, and that this as a bike can make it over all that stuff. That right there is kind of the biggest takeaway and the thing that I was happiest about from that ride. But actually doing it while I was in the middle of those ruts and bumps, that just constant, never let up, no, I didn't particularly love it. So I guess the short answer is, and also, I mean, I do enjoy some off-roading. Heading out to the desert, and I've done a little bit of that. I want to do a lot more. Heading out to the desert and getting the bike dirty, getting out there. It's fun, There are certain things that are really challenging that I'm still very, very much of an off-road noob, and so there are certain things that are more scary than they are fun. And I don't like being scared on my bike. I guess I like being a tiny bit scared and then figuring out how to get around the thing or get past the obstacle or the challenge, and then no longer being scared. I really love that feeling. That's a thrill. But constantly being afraid of, the dusty, soupy crap that makes up a good portion of desert roads when it is dry and hot outside. I hate that stuff. Absolutely hate it. It's just tough to control the bike for me because I'm, again, not super experienced. Kind of behaves like sand in a way, that really soupy dust. It's not fun. It's a challenge to get through. Once you sort of do it, you're like, okay, I made it. That's good. I feel good that I overcame this challenge, but I don't really want to do it again. So there are a number of off-road type trails, rides that I definitely enjoy, but the ones that just don't let up on you and just beat you up the whole time, I don't find them to be very fun. And the ones that, technically speaking, are just very tricky, challenging, soupy, slippery, also not very fun. Mud, no, not interested. Not interested. That kind of stuff. So for that reason, if I was to say which one I like the best, I have to say I like sort of mild off-road and or roads. Yeah, that's basically it. If I had grown up doing off-road riding and had a lighter bike, a 250, a 230, something that was intended to really rip through bumpy, rocky, slippery stuff with big knobby tires, maybe not street legal at all, no DOT approved tires, that kind of thing. If I had grown up doing that type of stuff, and even if I just had time to do that type of stuff, then perhaps I would really enjoy it. And then I would know how to translate that stuff onto the big, heavy, low horsepower KLR650. But as it is, this is a bike that does a number of things fairly well, but nothing extremely well. And that applies to off-roading as well. And for that reason, I would prefer to be on twisty, fun, paved roads or mild, sort of fun off-roads. That's kind of my bag. And I expect it'll be that way for years to come since I don't have time to do this full-time. I don't have loads of weekend time. I don't have loads of off-work time. This is the thing that I can squeeze in on rare occasions when I really, really want to. And all that. Yep, I can feel it warming up as we drop down into the valley. Oh, that mountain air is going away. A lot of Swiss architecture up here. But it's kind of like peppered in, because there's a lot of more modern architecture too. It's not as cool. But the old, good-looking, Swiss architecture, in some cases, there's genuine stuff that's been around a long, long time. And that stuff, when you see it, it's just like, wow, so cool. That's what makes Midway special, is that old Swiss architecture. A little bit of that in Heber as well. Oh no! What? You're kidding me. It's closed? That pisses me right off. All right, guys, here we are in beautiful Midway. Might as well lift this up. I was really wanting to go there, Cascade Springs Road, and take that up and over these mountains here to the Alpine Loop and then take that home. That was my plan, and it was going to be a good plan, and we were going to have fun. But there's construction or something going on. So the road is closed. I just watched a guy in a Razor go up there and come back, so he confirmed it. So we're not going to try to do that, which means I'm heading up. Well, I got to head down Provo Canyon to get home. And it's also not particularly fun to watch, so I'm going to cut the video here. This has been my ride of Guardsman Pass, whatever. Again, Utah is gorgeous, lots of fun, exciting places to see and places to go. Hope to do a lot more of that on this bike in the future. But hopefully the video from the Insta360 has been fun to watch. And, you know, I tell you what, it was a really fun trip, really fun ride. And I'll probably do it again. So stick around for more riding videos if you're interested in them. If you're not, you can say so down in the comments, of course. I'm the Late Boy Scout. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.